Hi, I'm Charles Lewis, better known as Charlie Spice. I recently had an experience that I want to share with all of you. This gentleman by the name of Oliver Morley, came to my house and threatened me, harassed me, trying to force me to pay him money that I, in his opinion, owe his father. Now, there's a backstory to this. I was involved in a court case with his father, whose name is Harold Morley. This was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and it it ended badly for Harold because he lost the case, and I, by law, do not owe him. This was a financial matter in excess of 200,000 Barbados dollars. Oliver now has come to the table and is trying to extort money from me by coming onto my property, threatening me, and I persistently asked him to leave my property and he would not. This is where the white privilege comes into play, because if I had gone to the UK and done the same thing to him on his property, I would have been arrested and deported back to Barbados. I have no doubt about that. But you know, while he was refusing to leave my property and threatening me and having all kinds of derogatory statements to make about me, he actually felt that I was in no position to ask him to leave his property. He felt that he could do this with impunity, and he actually did, because at that time nothing happened. I went to the police station the next day because, you know, better judgment kicked in, because if I'd gone outside, my security gate was locked, and he was egging me to come outside to face him man to man, because he obviously wanted to engage with me physically, and that could have ended badly, because I was not about to let some white man come from England and harass me on my property and walk away scot free. So it could have ended badly. Maybe I would have been the one who was hurt, but more than likely it would have been him, because when you're on your property, you do have a lot of power, mental and emotional power, that that could prevail in an altercation when you're on your own property. Anyway, I finally got him to leave. I went to the police and I tried to make a report, but because I did not have the name of the property that he was staying in at the time on the South Coast, the police failed to take the report, which was very disturbing, because I'm telling them that someone came to me and threatened me, and because I didn't have the name of the property, I knew where it was. I told them exactly where to find that property, and yet nothing was done. So anyway, last Friday he came back again, threatening me again. Uh, you know, basically gaslighting me and trying to, egg me on to come out the house so we could have this whatever he was planning. Anyway, I refused to go outside because I felt that at this stage of my life, I don't need this. So I called the police, and the, you know, the police came. But they came after he left, and I went to the station, filed a report, asking them to speak to him and warn him not to come to my property anymore. Now, I'm not sure if they had done that, but 2 days ago, Oliver Morley turned up again. Same threatening manner, insisting that I should pay him or his father this money. And I normally have a cutlass next to my desk by my computers, and I'm thinking, if I go outside, this man is going to feel the end of my Collins. And better judgment again kicked in, and I did not do anything. I did go to the police and made a formal report. I am now charging him with trespassing, harassment, threatening behavior, and also for extortion. So I've left it in their hands, and they're supposed to pick him up and have him face those charges. So I don't know if it has been done, but I'm waiting to find out how far they are with their investigation. I haven't seen him today or yesterday, so I'm hoping that something has been done. But this is something that I felt I need to bring to the attention of the public because clearly he feels he's above the law here in Barbados. He feels he's above me. He's above, and this is where the white privilege comes in. It's not only the fact that he feels that he needs to take out vengeance on behalf of his father, but while he was doing all the threatening and I could feel that he he felt that he was above me, that I don't have the right to tell him to leave my property, that he has all the right to break the law on my property with impunity. And very often, white privilege is not something that white people are aware that they are exhibiting. It's just inherent in their DNA that they're above black people. And this is where this white privilege thought came into my mind, and I, I I felt compelled to come on air and talk about this. If anyone wants to get in touch with me, you can message me at charliespies@gmail.com. Uh, 246-831-1960. You may want to discuss a similar situation with me. Maybe you've had a problem with a guy. I do have a picture of him, by the way. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. Let's see if I can get this picture up for you guys to have a look. Um, Bear with me while I fiddle with this system. Okay, here we go. This is Oliver Morling. Now, this is what he looks like after the Royal Bank of Scotland took him to the cleaners. I remember seeing photos of him before they took him to the cleaners, and he looked a lot cleaner, younger, more, this looks like a man who is disheveled, very depressed, and has got a score to settle, and he wanted to settle it with me. Anyway, that is the end of my report. Feel free to get in touch.